Imagine this, you're Spain playing in the Euros 2012, going up against a strong Italy squad in the final. Most definitely not an easy opponent by any means.
Balotelli.
Yeah, this was the guy they were up against in the final. Italy beat Germany 2-1 in the semi-final thanks to goals by Mario Balotelli, including that stunner you just saw. And they were feeling pretty confident in their upcoming final match with Spain. Now picture this. You have the legendary Vicente Del Bosque as your manager, and he rolls out this lineup for Spain. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Just like Tottenham winning a trophy, there's something unusual about this right here. I don't really know. Maybe it's the fact that, I don't know, there are no forwards. Like at all. No striker, no wingers. Just straight up iconic defenders and 6 midfielders. This exact lineup was used to annihilate Italy 4-0 in the final. How on earth did this happen? We need to go back to where the Euros first began for the Spaniards in 2012. Some people called this formation a 4-3-3, others called it a 4-6-0.
It's not ridiculous.
And others called Del
ridiculous
Bosque straight up crazy for going with this lineup, because it's not like he didn't have options for strikers during this Euros. However, David Villa, who was absolutely crucial for Spain in the previous tournaments like the 2010 World Cup and 2008 Euros, was unfortunately injured at this time, and as big as a loss this was for Spain, they did have a backup. I mean, it was nothing crazy, just, you know, El Nino.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah. Fernando Torres. This Spain squad was so stacked. However, Fernando Torres wasn't in the best form at this time, so Del Bosque decided to make a bold move and use Cesc Fabregas as a false 9 and utilize El Nino off the bench. Most of the time when he could see Cesc Fabregas was getting tired. Now, getting into the competition itself, Spain were in a group with Croatia, Ireland, and Italy, who they played first in the first game of the group stages. And for each game, I will be showing the lineup, so feel free to pause and have a look for yourself. The group stage match was very different from the final. Cassano plays a ball to Thiago Motta, but it's going to take a lot to beat Iker Casillas from there, as we all know. It took until the 61st minute for the deadlock to be broken by Di Natale, who had literally just come on 5 minutes ago. This time Casillas is beaten. It's a great finish by the Italian forward. Now you guys are going to see how broken it is to have 6 midfielders who can all pass the ball. David Silva, take a bow. My gosh, what a player. Plays the perfect ball to Cesc Fabregas, who scores literally 3 minutes after Di Natale opens up the scoring for Italy, and in his first game playing as a striker. Game ended in a 1-1 draw. Second game was against the Republic of Ireland, and Del Bosque decided to rest Cesc Fabregas and start Fernando Torres this game, and you're about to see why. That is such a striker's finish. Yes, even though Fernando Torres wasn't in form at the time, the guy was still world class, and he showed it this game. Spain on the break again. The ball falls kindly for David Silva. Now David Silva.
Dude, something's wrong with him. That's not human, man. You're not regular, man.
You look at this team on paper, and I tell you that they will literally pass the ball into the net. But don't let that take you away from the fact that David Silva just did this to 3 grown-ass men and the goalkeeper. He didn't even press circle. My man just tapped X and passed it into the back of the net. He said, nah man, this is too easy for me. The disrespect didn't stop there. Ireland's misery kept on piling on, and this time it was Fernando Torres again to make it the 3rd goal for Spain. Torres had his fun. Fabregas said, oh, I want some too. Came on for him in the 74th minute and decided to just... What the f***? No. Cesc Fabregas as a false 9 needs to be talked about more, because he was actually cold with it. Ended up beating Ireland 4-0 and were up against Croatia in their 3rd game of the group stage. Spain needed a draw to more or less be safe to move on to the quarterfinals of the Euros, and Croatia is not an easy team to beat. Like, look at this ball from Modric to Rakitic. Unfortunately, Rakitic couldn't find the back of the net. Yet again, Iker Casillas is right there. Now, this is a game that just cannot do enough justice. When you have a team full of Iniesta, David Silva, Xabi Alonso, Sergio Busquets, and Xavi Hernandez all in one team, do you really think a lot of teams are gonna have any time with the ball? No. It was literally death by 1,000 passes. And similar to the other games, Spain had all the possession, 64% of it to be precise. Where these guys had to be trolling and just doing it for fun. Until the 88th minute. Cesc Fabregas plays a ball to Andres Iniesta, who lays it off to Jesus Navas for the game winner. Nah, this team is not real, man. I swear, I promise you can't make this up. Goal sent Spain through to the quarterfinals, and we're up against France. Right off the bat, in the 19th minute, Jordi Alba plays a ball into the box, and Xabi Alonso scores. It's 1-0. Like, it was that easy. Now super sub Pedro is in the box, and it's the 90th minute. France need a leveler, but they're not getting it today, and Pedro wins Spain a penalty in the dying moments of the game. Xabi Alonso steps up to take it and slots it away coolly. Hold up. Is that Santi Cazorla? Blood was just casually chilling on the bench. I said this Spain squad was stacked. I meant it. Imagine you're the ops. Imagine you're the opposition and you see Iniesta coming off the pitch. You're like, finally, oh my gosh, we have some like time to breathe now. And then you just see, oh, it's just Santi Cazorla. It's just Santi Cazorla, you know. It's not like this guy's a midfield genius as well or anything. Obviously not as good as Iniesta, but Arsenal days, bro, if you know ball, peak football. Anyways, if I saw that, I would be sick. I'm not gonna lie. This Spain team was not letting up. And just like that, they beat France 2-0 to advance to the semi-finals. And we're up against Portugal. Now, both teams had chances, but ultimately, neither team could really break each other down. To the point where this game ended 0-0 in both regular time and extra time. Yeah, the nerves were through the roof for both teams leading up to this penalty shootout. And you could tell because both teams missed their first penalty. Xabi Alonso and João Moutinho both missed. Pretty rare to see these days. You don't see that every day. But next up, it was Iniesta who scores the first goal for Spain. It was never really in doubt. Pepe slots his perfectly. Not even Casillas is saving that. PK smashes his home. Nani, one of my favorite players, scores his next. Joe Ramos, he's taking the piss there. I swear, this guy's the epitome of shithousery. Bruno Alves steps out for Portugal. Now, what surprised me about this, I don't know why Portugal let two of their center backs take a penalty. And I still don't really understand this till this day. Maybe someone in the comments can help me out. But I don't understand why defenders are like one of the first people to take a penalty when Portugal, for example, you had your captain Cristiano Ronaldo just chilling. You ain't take no penalty, but you put Bruno Alves instead of him and see the outcome. But Spain can end it right here, and who else? Cesc Fabregas slots it away to send Spain to the finals of the Euro 2012 and knocks out Portugal. Now the time has come. Italy go up against Spain again in the final. And if you remember what I said earlier in the video, this was not even a final for real. This is like PSG versus Inter, except the score was one less. Andres Iniesta plays a perfectly weighted ball into Cesc Fabregas again in that false 9 position and cuts it back to David Silva, making it 1-0 in the 14th minute. It's a header, by the way. Now Xavi plays a perfectly weighted ball again now to Jordi Alba, who finishes beautifully. I think you guys are starting to see the trend now. The midfielders in this Spain squad could play the perfect triangle through ball pass every single time. Every midfielder had incisive ball plus, whatever you want to call it. We're making it look so easy. The second half, in the 84th minute, Torres had come on for Cesc Fabregas, calmly tucks it away past Buffon to put the dagger in the hearts of the Italian fans. No, but they weren't done there. El Nino gets the ball again and lays it off to Juan Mata. Manchester United GOAT right there. I'm sorry. Shut your slots it away to make it 4-0 to Spain. He was only on that pitch for 1 minute. He came on in the 87th minute for Iniesta and scored in the 88th. So Juan Mata surely was the greatest midfielder in the Spain squad, right? But all jokes aside, in all seriousness, Spain won this Euros in dominant fashion. The amount of talent that they just had on display was just a joy to watch. And that was the story on how this Spain team cruised in the Euros, man. Now, my question to you guys is this. Is this Spain squad one of the best, if not the best Spain squad we've ever seen in our lives? The 2026 World Cup is just around the corner. Do you guys think the current Spain squad can go all the way? Let me know down in the comments. If you are new around here, feel free to like and subscribe. Over here, we do post a mixture of FIFA and content like this. So if you did like this video, here are 2 videos that I recommend that you can watch right now. And without further ado, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I'm out. Peace. Why are there birds in my house?